Touchdown, Miami!
Yeah! Welcome to the Basement Sports Network. I'm your host, Roy A. Shepherd, and I'm joined today by a couple of my favorite guys to talk Feds with. Started with my man, the Canadian Unabomber, 416J.
Holy
Jay,
fuck.
how you doing?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know why I'm calling that man that on the public forum, but hey, I liked it. It's the first thing that came out. Jay, how you doing today, my boy?
I don't know about all that. I'm vibing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, anytime we have the potential to get Jonathan Taylor, I'm feeling good. Honestly, nothing really too bad going on in Dolphins land just yet. I think that's going to come week 1. We'll have to wait for that to kind of bring the mood down. But right now, everything's kind of going pretty swell right now.
I'm with you, brother. When the name Jonathan Taylor was invoked and the Dolphins were involved, I was very happy about that. Of course, also joining the panel, we got my guy, Kai Chin, the GOAT, Chisholm, half a Kane. Oh, and beautiful name that you got there, R.I.P. Bray Wyatt. Like, that shit was devastating news to hear right before we did the show. Shout out to his family, the WWE family and all that. We want to make sure that we send him our condolences. But Kai, aside from that, how are you doing today?
Well, just want to echo the same sentiments. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt, Wyndham Rotunda. Whether you have any opinions on wrestlers or not, some of us do. I've had my fair share of opinions on Bray over the past year. It is just such a fucked up thing to happen. Dude had an insanely creative mind. I mean, some of the shit that he would put on television, just from a TV point of view, an entertainment point of view, was insane to look at, because you could think there's no way that like a wrestler could have this type of mind, and he absolutely did. Besides that, traded for Jonathan Taylor in fantasy football, so we'll see how that goes. Oh, also rest in peace Terry Funk, also WWE superstar, legend that died yesterday. But yeah,
for sure. Hopefully your trade in fantasy is a precursor to what the actual Miami Dolphins are planning to do. Also pulling up latest shit, we got my boy Nando, aka Sports 5305. Nando, how you doing today, my guy?
I'm feeling good. I'm excited. How you boys doing?
Hanging like nuts, my brother. And rounding out the panel, we got the man who needs no introduction because y'all hate him anyway. My boy, exclusivity himself, Juan Cardona, the Broward boy. What's up, boy? How you doing today?
What's good, gang? I'm feeling nice, bro. I feel like Tua's nuts dropped this week. Telling Ryan Clark to keep his name out his mouth. So I like it. I'm feeling nice.
A Tua comp is crazy from Juan. I can't lie.
I was fucking with that. Next, I kind of want to start there before we get to the actual thing. A couple of things, though, right now. We're doing something different with the Dolphins stream right now. Right now, we're going live from both YouTube and Twitter. It's a way for us to kind of pick up the traction that we get on our Dolphins content. I want you guys to join us whenever you get an opportunity. So make sure if you are watching us on Twitter, go to our YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube, like the videos, and make sure you check out all this Dolphins content. Before I go to the guys, we want to thank my guy Dan the Film Gent for the $5 dono. Consistency is key, ladies and gentlemen. He said, gonna be honest, I don't know how to feel about this Taylor ordeal. After the whole Dalvin Cook situation, I'm not gonna get my hopes up. That's a good way to be, like, cautiously optimistic. But before we get to the whole Jonathan Taylor thing, let's talk about Tua. Tua had some comments in response to what was said from Ryan Clark. And Juan, since you brought it up first, we're going to start with you, bro. As one of his most harsh critics, how did it make you feel for Tua to go out there and say, keep my name out your fucking mouth, Will Smith vibes?
So, first things is, for me, I had to like dissect it, because there's like a lot of like fluff, and he's not trying to be, overly rude, and I get that. But ultimately, like, they asked him again, like, what he would say to him if he was in the room in reference to Ryan Clark, and he just flat out said, I would just appreciate it if you kept my name out your mouth. And it almost felt like that was like a culmination of like 3 years of buildup to where he's finally just kind of like spazzing. And mind you, it's like It's like a light spaz. I don't know what to call that. I mean, that's not a Broward spaz for sure, but
No,
that's
no.
more of like, scrappy dude. Like he said it himself, like we're Hawaiian, but like we can get scrappy too. Like I like it, whatever. Like let your nuts hang. I just don't necessarily think it was that big of a deal anyway. What Ryan Clark said, like I like, what did he call him, an onyx stripper? Like what are we really doing here? But no, good for him. Good for him letting his nuts hang.
I think I felt the same way. Like I wasn't really big on the Ryan Clark comments. Like I didn't think that they were that bad, but I was all for Tua kind of like standing up for himself in a public forum. Like that's kind of what was my big takeaway from it. Jay, how did you feel to see your quarterback kind of like tell people to shut the fuck up?
Well, at first I saw the clip on Twitter because I don't be watching the sports news like that just because I'm not going to lie, they just be spewing out bullshit anyways. But I saw the clip and at first I didn't think too much of it. But I think what got people upset, not me, to be honest, like I didn't really feel any type of way, but what I think got people upset was not even like the Onyx shit. It was just more about like talking about how he didn't work out and like he wasn't like eating right, like he knows him or something. I think that's why people got frustrated. That's probably why Tua got frustrated. Like I don't think the joke or whatever about like the strip club or whatever was like that deep. I think that was just like locker room talk type shit. But I love to see Tua respond. I mean, he needs to really go into it because while he's kind of throwing shade, he still is like so nice just because that's his character. You'd love to see him just kind of go fully in on him. Regardless, it's in his character. Like you don't want to see him like go too crazy, maybe say something that's like too nuts as an NFL quarterback. But it's just nice to see him stand up for himself because, like Juan said, it seems like he's been trying to be like play that media, like he's media trained. Clearly, he's not trying to say the wrong thing. It was nice to see him kind of go off the cuff and just kind of say what he actually felt, which was nice to see.
Yeah. No, like I'm agreeing with them. Like this kind of felt like a build up for Tua, where it was like it was only a matter of time before he had something to say about people talking shit about him. Do you feel like any of this could potentially translate to the field? Like, do you think like this attitude is going to be something that he uses kind of as motivation throughout the course of this season?
Honestly, I think it will because we're used to seeing him as a guy that just lets everything slide. He's kind of this closed off guy. But I don't know. Now he sounded like the cheetah or something, bro, because you could see Tyreek was even hyping him up. So maybe Cheetah taught him some of that. But if there's something so little like that got to him and got him to say something, which is cool because he showed like, all right, like I'm not going to stay quiet. Like I'm going to respond back. Now it seems to be like, okay, the media had an impact on him. Like it got to his head some way, some form. Maybe that could be like, you know what? I'm listening to your shit. Because before we're kind of questioning this, Tua listening to this stuff because he never responds to all the shit talking. So if that little thing caused him to respond back, he must be hearing all the chatter with, people doubting the Dolphins and people leveling up the Jets over the Dolphins. And I think that's why maybe he's listening to all that. He has the receipts ready and maybe he's ready to talk a lot more shit for the season, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fucking with it, bro. I personally like vocal people, like especially on football teams. I like people who stand up for themselves. I like people who are not going to be pushed around. And for me, like that's a step forward in his maturity, not just kind of like on the field, but how he's going to deal with it for the rest of his career. Kyle, wrap us up on this Tua Ryan Clark conversation, and then we're going to move on to the topic that we really want to talk about. Yeah, you spitting. Facts.
You're gonna
bars.
Facts.
Facts.
All right, my bad.
You're cooking.
So where is it? Just because I've been looking for it because I was telling Mr. JMV himself that I thought it was the dumbest thing in the entire world. I can't find the exact. I've been scrolling and I cannot find it. All right, this is what I said. Something about I know, but I get why people don't want to cater to idiots. Dolphin fans on Twitter are a vocal minority of what the rest of the real world thinks. It's turned into a bunch of cocksucking to his trainer and any player that exists. That's my thoughts on this.
I think that is beautifully written. I like it, but go ahead.
I mean, it's who cares? Like honest to God, like just who cares? Like I understand. Was it maybe a little, fucked up or hypocritical considering he's someone who had tweeted out before, and of course, freezing cold takes was there to say, oh well, you know what, you had tweeted this. Sure, man. Like sure, like he shouldn't be going on and saying that. We shouldn't be going on and making fun of players. Like I get it. At the same time, like, does it really, in the grand scheme of things, really matter? No, like I don't know. Obviously, it's just they joke around like that on their show, just like a show like the Pat McAfee show does, and talks about a lot of Dolphins players and other players in similar ways. I really don't get it. I don't think it matters.
I don't think it matters in the grand scheme of things. It was just a talking point. And I think it was interesting. And I think there are little things that you could take from it. Like the biggest takeaway, which all of us hinted on, was Tua just kind of taking that step forward in defending himself. It was something that, was out of the ordinary for him. Now let's talk about some shit.
But why?
Really
wait, okay, really quick. Why would he need to? Like, what?
Because
if he spoke about it, if he didn't speak about it, like,
I don't think it matters if he doesn't speak about it, because that's in line with his personality. I think what made him speaking out about it, why it became a topic of conversation, is because he never does it. And so that was a question about whether or not he would, if pressed, would he? And I guess you kind of got the answer to that because he did. So that's that in some people's mind. Like, some people just want to see shit like that from a player on their team who has the kind of moniker of being soft. Like, you want to see them stand up for themselves, and he did that. So shout out to him, bro. Like, this is a good thing, Kai Chisholm. Let's talk about some shit that matters then, since you don't care about this, Kai. Jonathan Taylor has officially requested a trade, and they have until Tuesday. We've heard that the Dolphins are involved in some of those talks and have kind of just kind of spun the wheels on it. What were your first impressions on hearing that he wanted out, the Dolphins getting involved, and what do you think? How do you think this plays out?
Well, I did trade for him in fantasy football, so I feel like that, dynasty. Feel like that can say a lot on my part, just because it was a pretty quick trade to materialize, and I was like, yeah, I don't give a shit about this or that. Like, I don't care. I think that for Jonathan Taylor, just as a general blanket statement, leaving the Indianapolis Colts in their current situation is not the same Indianapolis Colts that he was in when he had his breakout season. Their offensive line is depleted from top to bottom, and the organization is just not that great right now. When they fired Frank Reich, as much as I think, I can't remember his name, the general manager. They have a very good general manager when it comes to talent, like identification and a scouting department, and they do draft well, but it's just not the same. I think, and maybe we'll suffer from it, maybe we won't. When you fire a coach, you fire the GM, so the coach and GM could come in together. They didn't do that. Trading Jonathan Taylor away, I think, would be a smart decision for the Indianapolis Colts. I feel like they should get a decent return, although I've heard a bunch of people talk about how you don't want to pay them like a top-tier running back, but then you want compensation because they're a top-tier running back. So, I guess it contradicts itself. When it comes to the Dolphins' point of view, I think that going out and getting him compared to, and at least Roya, I know because we talked about it multiple times. I was a very vocal supporter of not getting Dalvin Cook. I didn't understand it. I think the Jets are worse for it as well. They have a good running back in Breece Hall. I get that he's not going to be there for a little bit, but I think it makes zero sense. I think us getting Dalvin Cook would have made zero sense. This is one where you have a young running back who you could have had without having to trade for him a few years ago if Chris Greer actually drafted him, like many Dolphins fans at the time wanted him to do in the first place. And I think getting him for the right price would be great. I'm a very firm believer in Devon Achane, so regardless whether we get him or not, I think that Achane's going to have a good season. I think he'll eventually take over that starting running back role. But if we do get him, Jonathan Taylor, when healthy, will be, a guy. Yes, instead of Noah. Literally, he was right there.
Damn it. You shouldn't have did that, Dan, because I was about to set my boy Juan up so beautifully. The GM name you're looking for is Chris Ballard, Kai.
Thank you.
I was about to say, damn, Juan, who exactly did the Dolphins take instead of Jonathan Taylor? But how did you feel when you first heard the news, my boy?
Can I interject really quickly on something?
You just got finished talking.
Just to add it, I guess, into Juan's thing. Barry Jackson.
Juan hasn't said nothing. How are you adding it to
it's because it's going to add to whatever he's going to say. Barry Jackson just recently tweeted a new update from the Miami Herald just about 10 minutes ago, where he talked about that Miami has made at least one offer to the Colts. It wasn't accepted, but they're engaging in negotiations. No one's met Indianapolis' request for a first-round pick. But Taylor has a home in South Florida and trains here in the offseason and would be happy with a trade to Miami.
I don't think everybody heard that, so could you pull that tweet up for me just to pull it up one time throughout the course of the show?
I'll pull it up in a second while Juan's talking.
I appreciate it. Go ahead, Juan. What were your thoughts? Initial thoughts, Jonathan Taylor, do you want him?
Okay, so initial thoughts. Do I want him? Yeah. Do I think we're going to get him? No. Uh why? Because it's just Dolphins to just get teased, and then at the end, just like
Dolphin shit. Dolphin
yeah,
shit.
like so, like the Minnesota Vikings all of a sudden just want a running back. It's just like I just see it so clearly playing out to like I'm not even putting any thought into it. Like I like for one, like as much as I hate Greer, one of the things that I do know he does is that he calls any and everybody at any point. They might not answer, they might not pick up, they might not even give him a response, but he's going to call. Like he called about Josh Jacobs, he's gonna call about Jonathan Taylor. And really, like this is ultimately where like my mindset is at, right? Like if you feel, and I'm talking to Chris Greer, if you feel this confident about this team, go all in. Like what's pick 30 plus, if that's what you feel this team is, what is pick 30 plus for an all-pro running back? 24 years old. Like you could sign him for a 3-year deal, kick him out before he turns 27 and be Gucci. Like you feel that strongly, yo, put your nuts on the table too, just like Tua, bro. Like go out and get him. Like I don't, like I like we've talked about it even on a fan chat, like on the Dolphin side, where like me and Kendall are pretty much on it. Like we will trade Christian Wilkins for Jonathan Taylor, and
That's tough.
I don't think like obviously there would have to be other pieces involved, whether they're throwing back a pick or we throw like a lower pick. But if Wilkins is asking for some astronomical shit, like I'm Indianapolis, you want to go play for Indianapolis, bro? Like what are we really doing here?
Marcus, you are a nasty man, bro. that is wild. But I mean, look, I think I'm leaning towards you because I like Jonathan Taylor. I think he's a better player than Christian Wilkins is. But I do think that Christian Wilkins is vitally important to your team. But also, if you're not going to pay him if you're not going to pay him what he asking for, and he asking for something outrageous.
My thing with Wilkins, right, is like he came into camp, practiced fully for 2 weeks, and then Buddy said, "Nah, I can't do team activities." Like that's not a sign of progress as far as like negotiations. And I don't ever think Christian Wilkins will sit out a game, but like motherfuckers start to talk. They're like, bro, we just pay a bunch of guys who've never played for the Dolphins before. Like who's the homegrown talent that's getting paid out right now? Like it's Bradley Chubb getting traded for and paid the same day. Like all these cornerbacks that we like there's just nothing to say, hey, homegrown talent gets paid. Like what, Jerome Baker? Like who else?
Emmanuel Ogbo grew into a pass rusher while he was here. So this is quite the lengthy read. For some of you who didn't get that. But y'all take some time, study that. And as we do that, I'm going to throw it to my guy, 416. 416, you are like probably one of the more vocal like advocates of the running back room, particularly Raheem Mostert. Like you've been saying the whole time that Raheem Mostert has had a good season last year. You believe in him. How did you feel like hearing that one of the top tier backs in the league wanted to come here? And are you willing to have him come here as a replacement, I guess, for those touches that you saw for Raheem Mostert?
To be clear, that was more about like Dalvin Cook. That was when that was going on, and everyone's like Dalvin Cook this, Dalvin Cook that. I was like also like Kai, like I was also very vocal about we don't need him. There's no point in going after him. To me, Jonathan Taylor and Dalvin Cook are on two very different levels. So if you're asking me kind of outright, like not really thinking about anything else, do I want Jonathan Taylor on the team? Anytime you have a chance to add a blue chip running back like that at his age, I mean, you should go do it. Anytime you can add elite talent to the roster, you should go at least inquire. To me, the issue is not even about getting him. It's about how are we going to pay him as well as all the other guys we have on the team? Because I think past this 2-year window, it's going to be tough to kind of fit all that under the cap. I know the cap's not real and there's obviously ways to make it work, but we're headed to a point where paying a running back 13 to 17 million is not going to be available. And if you do that, you're probably going to lose one of your guys who you would probably say is what, a franchise or above average starter. So
Tyreek
To
Hill.
me, it gets very fishy at that point when you're talking about paying Jonathan Taylor the extension. I could see us trading for him as a rental, but at that point, it's like, why even do it in the first place? I can see us giving him an extra year because, again, in that 2-year window, we have a little bit of money to work with. But past 2 years, and by the way, the contract extension, if you were going to give it to him, would probably be around 3 years. I mean, it gets a little bit tough, but to be honest, we're going all in right now while Tua's on that rookie deal. If you want to go get him, like, I'm with it. Again, I'll never try and advocate against adding elite talent. And yeah, I love Raheem Mostert, like you said, but that again was more about Dalvin Cook and about how it doesn't really move the needle for us. I do think that Jonathan Taylor moves the needle. I think he changes the way that defenses have to play against you, whereas Dalvin Cook might have just played a little bit better than the backs we had on the team. I think Jonathan Taylor really makes defenses have to think about the run game a little bit more. So I think, like, again, on its own, obviously you want to go at a guy like Jonathan Taylor, but it gets a little bit iffy when you're talking about going forward in the salary cap structure of the team.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I do agree that they're gonna make this. If anything, it's gonna be a rental, bro. Like, it's not. This isn't a end all be all. He won't finish his career with the Dolphins if he gets here, but he will like add an additional, a major weapon, I guess, to an offense that could use it. Nando, what are your thoughts on this whole thing?
I'm on the same exact side of Juan. Do I want him? Hell yeah, that was my initial thought. Do I think we're gonna get him? No. And the same reason why he said it's just so like us, bro, to just get hyped up and come so close to getting somebody. You know, we start buying into it, we start thinking about it, and then it just it falls flat on our face, man. And I was actually also thinking like, hey, I might even be down to move on from Wilkins if you get a Jonathan Taylor. So the same thought process that Juan had, I was actually thinking about. But I would love to have a player like that, 24 years old, a guy who had 18 touchdowns in the year before last year, 11 before that, you know, rushing over 1,000 yards easily, something that you don't see in this Dolphins offense. Since what? I don't even know. Jay Ajayi, maybe. It's something that a 24-year-old running back, that dynamic, you think about having that, Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill on your offense by itself. That's just that's something that I'd be down for. And to be honest, if you're gonna go all in, go all the hell in, man. You traded picks for Tyreek Hill. You traded picks for Bradley Chubb. You traded picks for Jalen Ramsey. You're gonna get him in the back end of the season. Like, go all the hell in, man. Why go halfway? And especially if you view this team, like Juan said, Juan was on the money with all this shit, man. If you're gonna be like a 30th ranked team, you're gonna be picking, well, from the back end, you know, picking number 30 in the draft, just freaking not a 30th ranked team. Pause on that, but just go trade the damn pick if you got to. Go all the way in, bro. All the way in. You saw the Bucks do this. They went all the way in. You saw the Rams do it. They went all the way in. They got themselves a chip. Do this shit the right way. Do what you got to do to stack this roster up.
Yeah, I'm with that, and I think the Bucks and the Rams play two very good ones. Go ahead, 416.
No, I had to jump in. So 2 things I want to say. Well, one, like, it is very Dolphins type shit to like not get our guys. But recently, I mean, we hit on Tyreek Hill, Jalen Ramsey. Like, I'm not no Greer backer, but can't say nothing crazy. Like, we've been bringing in that star talent. The only other thing I would say is I'm never trading Christian Wilkins in a trade for a running back. Like, I'm not doing it. So like, I get their point, by the way. Like, if you're not going to extend him, that changes things. But to me, it's like, in my head at least, it's like you have to extend him. Like, in my head, like, it's one of those guys you need to extend, especially the way this roster is built. I mean, our defensive line is already pretty thin once you get past Raekwon Davis, Zach Sealer, and Christian Wilkins. I mean, unless you're counting Emmanuel Ogbah in there. But, like, to me, it's like Christian Wilkins is not that the defense is built around him, but he's so necessary to the defense where it's like that gap in the defense would be so tough. So I guess for me personally, just because it's ingrained in my mind that we are going to get the extension done, like, you don't do that. But I get what they're saying where it's like he's not playing, he's missing actual games. Like, we need to get some value for this guy, then go do it. Like, I kind of understand that. But in my head, I'm never trading like a 27, he's probably 27 now, 27-year-old defensive tackle who's been a top 3, top 5 run stuffer in the NFL. I mean, obviously we want some more from the pass rush, but he's been elite against the run, and we need that.
I think because Sealer's been going off, and the fact that he might command 20, I think that's what makes me kind of like okay with it. But Christian Wilkins is a stud. Like, I would love to keep him, no doubt.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying.
I'm for any pro Emmanuel Ogbah talk because that boy got paid like a pass rusher. He's not a pass rusher. So I fought with Emmanuel Ogba. Kai, we've heard kind of like two people on the pro trade Christian Wilkins, one person anti. Where do you fall on that? Would you trade Christian Wilkins for Jonathan Taylor?
No. End of discussion.
I figured that. Why not?
Sorry.
Still on you? Yeah.
No, I don't know what the fuck my phone just did. Or my computer. I'm all over the place right now. I don't know. I like Christian Wilkins a lot. The issue for me, I would believe, comes with, are we going to have Christian Wilkins demanding a fuck ton of money? That's where it becomes the issue. If he's demanding a shit ton of money, as much as I love Christian Wilkins, and I love Christian Wilkins, I don't really know that I'm like willing to pay. Like, looking back at the numbers, like how I just showed it up there, I think I can get it back here again too. Like, do I want to pay Christian Wilkins $20 million if that's market value? If he's asking between that in between of Jonathan Allen and Dexter Lawrence, that's about 19 to 20 million. I don't think I like.
You
don't pay for
against him.
Like I say, go get your money, but you're not. What you provide on the field isn't worth that.
He's a fantastic player. I think he's a fantastic locker room person, and I think that can matter in certain aspects. But I mean, look,
not when we're paying Bradley Chubb, not when we're paying Tyreek, not when we're paying Ogba.
Not when you're about to pay Waddle. You're about to pay Waddle. You're about to pay Tua.
Holland,
I'm not a hater of Bradley Chubb. Like I really I'm not. I think
he do be getting paid though.
I think, yeah, of course. But I think that Bradley Chubb is going to show who he can be for the Dolphins. I'm really not that afraid about it. I think the biggest issue with paying Bradley Chubb becomes now, and I think Juan had mentioned it, where outside people are getting paid. And now that the outside people are getting paid and Chris Greer isn't paying his homegrown talent, quote unquote, that's where it becomes a problem of, okay, well, this dude got, and Juan said it, this dude got here first day, got a contract extension. This dude, we trade for him first day, got a contract extension restructure with Ramsey. This dude, Tyreek, and two great players, fantastic players, elite, gonna go into the Hall of Fame. Teron Armstead, free agency, you needed that signing. That you needed that signing. But yeah, Teron Armstead. I don't think that, for one, I don't think I risk keeping Christian Wilkins for that money over, let's say, if that's the barrier between him and Jonathan Taylor. I don't think that I'm too upset. But I also don't think that I trade him. Now, if you come away with these talks with Christian Wilkins and it seems like there's not going to be anything there, and that's really the risk, it's like, okay, well, if you give us Christian Wilkins and we'd be more willing to let go of Jonathan Taylor, that's when I'm like, all right, sure, whatever. But then it also goes back to Chris Greer. You could have had him in the first place. You should have had him in the first place. He was right there to be drafted by you. You were being screamed at by Dolphins fans, and granted, not always the smartest, but being screamed at by Dolphins fans for a guy that they thought should have been a guy and would have been a guy and turned out to be a guy, and you drafted somebody. He did win you a game last year, but you drafted somebody that should not have been on this team, and at the time was considered a reach and was a reach. You could have had this years ago and you wouldn't be trading for him. You could be trading him away at a bigger price.
Well, one has already turned me into a Noah Igbenogany stand, so I will not tolerate this slander any longer from any of you. We picked the better player, okay? That's what we did. And
you're crazy.
Positional value, man. Who's taking a corner over a running back over a corner, man?
You need more corners with the league speeding up like this. But since we are in the conversation,
maybe corners that can cover.
Kai and Juan know my mantra. Good things can happen to the Miami Dolphins. We are going to live in that world. The Dolphins are getting Jonathan Taylor. Where does this put you guys in the AFC conversation now? Nando, you starting this conversation off. You get Jonathan Taylor. Where are the Dolphins? What are the expectations?
I get Jonathan Taylor, and I'm getting Jalen Ramsey for the last 4 to 5 games of the season. This puts us as the favorite to win the AFC and go to the Super Bowl against the Philadelphia Eagles. That's my take on it. I just think offense with
favorite.
I think the favorite, and well, actually not the favorite,
just like me.
not the favorite for the world, but in my eyes, that I'm picking my boys to make it to the Super Bowl. If you give me Jonathan Taylor and Jalen Ramsey coming back, the rest of the team healthy, I think we could compete.
Hold on. Just give me a second. We got the best Dolphins fan in the world.
Let's go
here. So she said she wanted to come in here and give her take. Go ahead, baby. Tell these folks what's happening.
You already know what's happening. The Dolphins is going to the motherfucking Super Bowl every year.
Let's go.
I am that fan. Every year. Until y'all prove me wrong.
Every year.
They prove you wrong every year.
That's right.
Every single year they prove you wrong.
You're right.
Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. Every fucking year.
Every fucking year.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we
go. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the reason why I am a Dolphins fan.
Yes.
Don't be shimmying on this program. Get out. 416. Where is the Dolphins land, Jonathan Taylor? Where does this put you? Like, where does this put them? What conversations are they in now?
All right, so like I won't lie, like I'm a Mahomes glazer, so I'm gonna put us at number 2 in the AFC.
That was wild.
I'm just saying, like I think Mahomes is like he's on his way to being the GOAT type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm a Mahomes glazer.
Maybe I shouldn't say. I didn't think too deep into that, but I think we're number 2 in the AFC.
Right, bro, you said it. It's already out there.
It's already out there. That shit, and it's on Twitter too because we.
I said pause though. I said pause.
That shit's getting clipped.
What you talking about? We got producers. We can scroll back. We can.
No. I'm just saying. I don't think like it's good to bet against him, and like whoever's going up to the Super Bowl, you have to go through him in the AFC Championship. So I'll put us right number 2. I think with Jonathan Taylor, we can easily win the division. I also think we could beat the Chiefs. I'm just not going to put us as the favorite. We'd probably be dogs in that game, but I still think we can beat them. So provided we're not trading away Wilkins in the trade, hell yeah. Like we're right there, like top 2 team in the AFC, at least to me. That was crazy. I got to shut the fuck up, man.
So 416 has them in what Kendall called the Patrick Mahomes Invitational. So yeah, I mean, I fucked with Danny Filmgen again with the $5 dono. He said,
all right, so like I won't lie, like I'm a Mahomes glazer. So number 2 in the AFC. Yo, I emphasized it too. That's crazy.
You saw how big
glazer. So I'm gonna put this at number 2 in the AFC.
His eyes got bigger as he was saying.
That was nuts.
Glazer.
His
own reaction.
You know what? I'm going in. Hell yeah.
Look at his own reaction.
You going where? Oh, bro, you gotta cut this out, bro. My boy Dan the Film just say I'm on my own agenda. Start the Cater Kohu hype train. But no, I'm curious to see what he does in his second year with the team. Cater Kohu is probably not going to be in the rotation for very long. I want to let Juan go last on this topic. So, Kyle, I'm coming to you. Where do the Dolphins rank once they get
You gotta go Juan. Wait, you gotta go Juan.
Because I know Juan is going to have the prediction that's going to piss everybody off and it might start another conversation. I feel like your take will be more closer to sanity. But it'll be easier to digest if we go your route first.
You're stopping me from doing something great.
Okay, well, hold on. I'll go to Juan then. If you got you ought to go. Juan, go ahead and piss everybody off and tell people where you think the Dolphins gonna finish, even if they get Jonathan Taylor.
All right, so this is with Jonathan Taylor. All right, I have teams that are better than them. Right?
Okay.
The Chiefs, the Bengals, the Bills, the Ravens, the Jets, the Chargers.
No, you're wild.
Pittsburgh.
No, bro.
No,
Nah,
stop.
nah.
This
The Ravens, the
this
Chargers.
one's really gonna piss people off. Cleveland.
Bruh.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
This is for you.
And you know, I after that, like it's just I'm throwing like shit up in the air. Like, I
Bro,
could
even
be
your
like- I
camera's
could
trying
be
to stop you from
I
speaking,
could be a
bro.
Ryan
Like,
Tannehill fan, but it's just it won't work out for me. But yeah, definitely
you're a
7.
Ryan Tannehill
7.
fan?
Like
Is that what it
no,
is, man?
100%.
What's the Inter Miami? Yo, first of all, Messi is my GOAT now. I just started watching soccer when he got to Inter Miami. He's the best player I've ever seen in my life. He's probably the only elite player I've ever seen in my life. But whatever. But fuck it. He said he agreed with one aside from the Chargers and Bulls in Cleveland. But the Miami Heat a better team. Kachi and Chisholm.
Fuck.
I think that's first of all, before I give you time. I think that is absurd now. Like I usually can walk with you, brother. But to have them
Wait, which one?
8,
Which one though?
Cleveland.
Which
for
one?
Like, Cleveland.
All right.
Cleveland is absurd.
How?
Baltimore is a stretch.
How they got Odell? Say Flowers.
This is why people think that you like what Deshaun did, bro. Because you're saying Cleveland over everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo,
like,
honestly,
well,
the Cleveland got a run game, got
I'm
multiple
high.
receivers.
I'm high on Cleveland. I'm high on Cleveland.
Watson,
There's a lot of
gotta
people
be
high on
average.
Cleveland.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm also pretty high on the Dolphins team as is.
No.
But high for me is like 10 wins. So like
No.
adding
They're going
Jonathan
12 and
Taylor.
5
Yeah, if they get Jonathan Taylor, they're
That's
going
just
to.
not
without
moving my needle.
Jonathan Taylor.
I don't know.
It's
I think Jonathan Taylor adds to what they already have. It gives them a run game. It gives them additional protection for Tua. Maybe extends the amount of games that he can play. Like that's kind of what I'm banking on. Yeah, he don't get hit as much as they handing the ball off to Jonathan Taylor 24 times a game. I don't have to drop back at all. I can throw the ball 15 times and be good.
Well, then you're not gonna feed Waddle and Tyreek.
He only throwing the ball to Waddle and Tyreek in them 25 times he dropping back. But you ain't got no tight ends, no way to throw the ball, and you don't know who your third receiver is. So it don't really matter. You run the ball a whole hell of a
Cedric
lot.
But wait, look at all you
Pretty
just
Swain.
said. Look at all you
Yeah.
just said, and we're talking about a running back.
Yo, first of all, look at the name underneath my.
I get it. But you know, Raheem Mostert was not the problem last year.
No, he wasn't.
He was not the reason we only won 9 games.
No,
Jeff
he
Wilson
wasn't.
was not and I'm not looking to blame anybody right now. I'm not doing that right now. What I'm just saying is that how much of a jump are we necessarily talking? Like Raheem averaged what 4.9 yards? Like that's good. Like in my opinion, it wasn't even the run game that was bad. It was just, bro, we were 31st in attempt. Like we just didn't.
That's what
do
I'm
it.
saying. Though I don't think that it was bad last year, but it's obvious that Jonathan Taylor's better, and I think it makes Mike McDaniel more willing to call running plays by having one of the top 3-4 backs in the league anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what it does. Just having him on the roster flips the mentality of the coaching staff. It flips the play calling, like more so leaning into what you've already been seeing kind of from the preseason, which is they're adamant about running the ball.
I'm trying to walk with you, but every
I
time
know,
time I start to crawl, it's like Austin Jackson, Liam Eichenberg. There's still at least one of them,
Isaiah
if not two.
Wynn, baby.
If not two.
One, you have to stop talking, bro. I'm trying to be positive right now. You're reeling me back into my roots. Gotcha, Chisholm. Where you going? Where you going with this? If the Dolphins win, the Dolphins add Jonathan Taylor, what conversation does this put them in?
When the Dolphins add Jonathan Taylor, well, it'll put
Good
them
things
in.
can happen to the Miami Dolphins, Gotcha, Chisholm.
Oh, I mean, that's the only reason why I traded for him in fantasy. If he wasn't getting traded to the Dolphins, I wasn't trading for him. Let's be honest. Well, why would I have done that? For him to sit on the Colts and do like nothing for me? No, that would be stupid. I guess I'll give the same kind of thing as Juan. Where I don't know. I don't really give a shit, to be honest. I didn't really I think that he makes the Dolphins a better team. Absolutely. I think it's stupid to think that he doesn't make the Dolphins a better team. At the same time, I just truthfully don't fucking care. I could care less if they get him, if they don't get him. I felt the same way when it came to good old fucking Dalvin Cook. Like if they got him, great. If they didn't get him, great. Like what's gonna change? Nothing. The Dolphins still have problems with their offensive line. The Dolphins still have problems in a bunch of fucking areas. So what's gonna change? Nothing's gonna change. It's still gonna be the same old Dolphins.
Well,
Like,
no, they
The
won't.
only
Be,
thing that
what,
like,
go ahead.
Come on.
the only thing that can really make it better for the Dolphins is if there's actual improvement this year. Like we saw with the running game, are they actually going to run the football like they did in the preseason? If they're actually going to run the football like they did in the preseason, then sure. Are we sure that they're going to? At the end of the day, it's still the Dolphins. Like you say good things can happen to the Dolphins, but we're all not stupid. At the same day, it's still the Dolphins. We still walk away with it. Oh, it didn't work. We still walk away with it being the Dolphins. I was gonna replace them, but it didn't work.
Thank fucking God. Thank.
We still walk away with it being the Dolphins. I'm gonna get you now. Still walk away with it being the Dolphins, and we still walk away with being sad and upset because they were gonna trade for him, and then we're gonna be in a shit position anyways. I can't. I think it's what is it? Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me two times, shame on me, or something like that. Fool
me for 23 years. You're not a fan.
Fooled again.
You're not a real fan. You're not a real fan.
It's just.
By the way, the fact that I have no way to defend
so
what Kai's about
stupid.
to do is like that's workplace harassment. That's all I'm saying.
Workplace harassment.
This is
Buddy,
the basement, boy. Fuck is you talking
your
about?
Workplace harassment.
Everybody in here call you an NPC. That ain't workplace harassment.
Workplace harassment. Fucking workplace harassment. What do you think?
You harass
this is, bro?
everybody in the chat loving the Toronto Raptors. That's workplace harassment.
Nah, I'm not
You
even.
harass
I don't
everybody
even
in the
love like
chat,
the Raptors in
Just
terms
being
of like
in general.
putting them up. I know their ass. I just fucking think the Heat are fucking. Anyways, that's not.
You harass everybody in the chat by being from fucking
Go ahead
Canada.
and part your lips to talk about my beloved franchise 416. But yeah, let's get back to something that's current with the current Dolphins.
He's out here
then.
talking like he's not from fucking Canada.
Roy, you got to answer though. You got to answer the question. I want to hear your thoughts.
He doesn't give a fuck, bro.
If Jonathan Taylor's on the team,
I do.
Where
If
do you
Jonathan
rank
Taylor's on, if Jonathan Taylor's on the team, I think I got the Dolphins as probably the third best team in the AFC, behind.
Fucking dickhead.
Yeah, I got him as the third best AFC team behind Kansas City and Buffalo. I think that right now I have them probably. I probably have the Dolphins third in their own division. But I got them also behind the Jets right now.
that shit is like,
Bro, what the. Bro, why was I so excited about that? That's crazy.
Bro, I don't know, bro. But that boy just left it up. But yeah,
I don't know if you guys
third.
remember, by the way. That still exists. We got two of them.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Shit. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next game. I done threw me off already.
Bro, it's a fucking preseason. Who fucking cares, Royal?
Everybody cares. It's the final preseason.
Did you not
game.
see Tua throw an
Let's
interception
talk about this,
on his
bro.
first pass?
Who do you draft number one in fantasy football this year?
JJ.
Exactly.
According to Jess,
Who did that to her? Who did that to her? Who the fuck?
No, first of all,
Who
she
did
gave
that
us
to
her own. Jess gave us her own list. That was part of the deal when we did it. That Jess would create her own list because I suggested that I create lists for Jess, but they would also not be good things that I would have said in her speech. So
they
she
would
was
have
like,
been
"No, fuck
farming
that."
some extra engagement.
Yeah. But she was like, "No, I'll make my own list." So those were her own thoughts. They were just batshit crazy to take Nick Chubb as the number one running back. She had Chris McCaffrey fourth. But okay, I like that though. Instead of doing this preseason shit, let's get some fantasy football talking here. Who are you taking first in fantasy? Kai, who is your first pick?
Well, as you know, I'm in a staff fantasy football league.
I don't want to be irresponsible here, but I've been mock drafting the entire show.
Dude, that's completely. That's what I was doing.
Like,
What was I doing last week, Royal? We were doing
Mock draft. I was drafting my team.
drafting.
We were both drafting a team like on stream, bro. Like Cook.
Anyways,
We should do a stream like that. We could do like a big mock draft. That
we
be
could do
interesting.
one right now.
I'm with it. I'm with it, bro. Like it's nothing. We got content Chisholm back on the ones and twos. Anything is possible with the producer
facts.
screen right now, bro.
That's
Kai is
facts.
a wizard, bro. He's much better than I am at producing.
All right, so what spot are we taking?
Sleeper 2, baby.
What spot are we taking? Was 10-team league?
It's Jettas. It's Jettas. It's Jettas.
Well, I'm gonna say-
what are
we
we
finna
taking?
draft together.
First of all, I'm the only black person on the show, so I'm going first. Is this a snake draft?
Yes.
I don't want to go first.
Yeah,
I want to be. I want to
Wait,
be.
no,
I
I'm
want to
saying-
be. I wanna be
we're
fourth.
drafting together.
If we go to
What
like, if we go like
How long
third or
is this gonna
fourth, I
take?
want McCaffrey at 3 or 4.
Nah, sleeper's fast.
Okay.
Don't go one. Don't go one. Don't go one. Go 3 or 4. Go
Wait,
3 or 4.
we gotta figure out our drafting spots. I'm going first since I'm the host. I want 4.
No, it's only
There's
one
only
of us.
spot, yeah.
Yeah, like we're deciding together.
We'll just
bro.
say,
We're
all
on the
right,
same
we're going
team.
for first because Rolo said first. All right,
Oh,
Rolo.
this is a mock draft. Hold on. Let me. What? Oh, I got the first pick. Jettas. Easy. That's done.
He's not getting the assignment, but we get it, Kai.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I see. I don't have it full screen. I just put it full screen to see. Okay.
Damn it, Cheetah.
Yo, we have to wait so long. Yeah, we're.
He said you wanted one.
You
No,
said-
I did.
you
I
said-
wanted 3 or 4.
Oh, Jonathan Taylor would have been an easy pick.
Yeah, that would be easy.
Nah. Go Garrett Wilson,
Jalen.
bro.
Oh,
Give me Jalen.
Nah,
Yeah, I was gonna say, give me
Garrett-
J-Dub.
No, you get.
Yo,
Garrett Wilson,
Najee
bro.
at 26 is crazy.
Oh, well, hold on, Kai.
No way.
No one
that
is
makes you the
drafting
tiebreaker.
Midgie.
That makes you the tiebreaker, Kai. We got 2 for Jalen, 2 for Garrett Wilson.
He's gonna be weird and say like Deuce McAllister.
No, he got
Yo.
to take them together.
Oh wait. Fuck it.
Oh shit!
Oh, back to back.
Oh,
Damn, 3 wide receivers. bro.
Just
Well,
stupid
you
thing
might
to
as well.
do.
You might as well filter
Yeah,
that to
filter the running
back.
backs. Yep.
So we ain't looking at no other position after this.
Oh, there's some value running back.
Aaron
left on this
Jones.
board. Oh my
I
god.
take
Yeah.
Damian personally.
I would
You
take
can
both.
take both of them.
I would take both.
Aaron
back to back.
Jones,
Yeah,
Damian.
Yeah.
Look,
Wait,
it's a
do you guys
stacked
know?
team.
Do you guys know who's led the league in touchdowns? I think the last like 3 years.
Who?
James Conner.
Fucking
Nah,
hell, bro.
bro.
He has like
Yeah.
20 touchdowns, I think, or some shit like that.
Which is
Yeah, they're on the goal line.
Now we go.
Team 8 must
Tua.
do that strategy too.
Go
Tua.
tight end.
Tua.
That's too
No,
I go
no.
Swift.
Go to
I'm high on Swift
Nah.
this year. I go
Darren
Swift.
Waller. I'm going definitely Darren Waller.
Darren Waller or
Nice.
Evan Ingram. I'm probably going Darren
I'm a
Waller.
big
Ooh,
Pat
Ingram.
Fryer guy.
Yeah, Ingram. Ingram would be my pick because of the Trevor Lawrence leap that I'm expecting this year, and he had a pretty solid season last year. But Darren Waller and Daniel Jones. I don't know. Let's panel this for discussion. Darren, which? Let's go with Nando. Nando, which one of those guys would you prefer?
I'd go with Waller because I don't think Daniel Jones can throw the ball that far and has ever has a dynamic weapon like
That's
Waller in his
solid
offense.
logic.
And I think that's easy dump off City right there.
That's cool. 416. We got a minute.
I mean, y'all can go with Darren Waller. I would go Swift. I'm super on Swift, but let me just say that. But go with Waller. Go with Waller. But I just want to get my shit off. Yeah, Swift is gonna be so nice behind that Eagles
Go to-
offense.
go
You
to
guys forget
quarterback?
that we're the one pick, so we can
Go to
get another.
quarterback.
Oh,
Go to
shit.
quarterback though.
Trevor Lawrence.
Nah,
Tua.
I'd wait.
Mm-mm.
I'd even
we
wait.
can-
Dude, I'm a
Wait,
huge.
how much?
I'm a
how
I'm
much
a huge,
longer?
Go get Swifty. Go get Swifty. Go get
Yeah,
Swifty.
I'm with Jay on that.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
was just-
huge
I-
draft
I-
quarterback in the 8th round, guy. So
No, at this point, I'm waiting and just getting AR.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Swift?
I would do
yeah.
that.
I fuck with. I fuck with DeAndre Swift.
Or the
Aaron Rodgers
greatest
is gonna be
left-handed quarterback in the
fucking
league
dog
right
shit this
now.
year.
No, I'm
Oh,
talking
Ayuk
about,
was still there.
No,
Oh
I'm
shit.
talking about AR-15.
Oh,
Yo,
that can-
Lockett is good value too.
Yeah, somebody picked Robinson over Eckler. Damn.
Bro, we can wait again. We can wait again. Yeah. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Michael Pittman, target machine.
Mhm.
I like
true.
Deontay.
I like Pat
Target.
Frymuth.
I also like
Frymuth
Jahan
to have,
Dotson.
I like
I like Pat
Adamson,
Frymuth.
bro.
I like Addison
We-
as well.
We can go get Muth.
The rookie.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jordan Addison, right
I know,
there.
we-
Yeah,
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Jordan
Tua.
Addison's right there.
You're not.
I'm not gonna
getting
lie.
that
Nah,
up.
do it.
I
Kai,
passed
do
up
it.
on
Do
Jordan
it, Kai,
Addison
do it.
yesterday for Zay Flowers and rookie redraft.
Tua?
Bro,
I like
Take
Zay
Tua.
Flowers, bro.
Waddle and Tua.
We
double
can say
points,
Juan
bro.
drafted Tua. Yeah.
That's disgusting. I would never say that. You guys
Michael
are
Pittman
honestly
just hurt his
horrible.
ankle.
you
Thank
better
God I
have
didn't
the
draft
best.
him redraft.
You better have the best.
Is Alvin Kamara still available or no?
No,
No.
he would have been the top running
Zach-
back on there.
Charbonnet.
Antonio Gibson could be interesting.
Are
Nah.
you sure?
We
'Cause
need
suspended.
need another running back on this team.
Oh,
So I'd
sure.
wait on running back, even though
I'm not thrilled about either of those options that I'm looking at right now.
Yeah, you suck. I would not have taken Swift. I would have taken Kamara over Swift.
Jamal Williams.
I like
No.
the Zach Charbonnet, not gonna lie.
Jamal
I
Williams.
don't. I'm not trying to touch either of
What's the receivers?
Seattle's
You know what I mean?
or Jacksonville's running backs, bro. Honestly,
Boys, we have 60 seconds.
I would go Deontay. I think that's the best player on the board for fantasy.
Johnson, that's
Deontay Johnson.
horrible. I'm not. I
For
wouldn't.
He do be
fantasy?
dropping the ball, but like
Yeah, if we're going with a receiver, then I'm going with Pittman.
that's fair.
I think like the target machine thing, but I'm also not mad at
How many
deciding on
receivers is this league? We have like 6.
Two.
2 wide receivers, 2 flex.
We got 2 flex though.
We got 4
We have-
receivers right
yeah,
now.
We
have
could go get our
nowhere to look.
QB. Like we could just
Just
ensure.
get Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, just get
bro.
AR.
Oh, Michael Pittman, next pick. I'm a big Michael Pittman guy for targets. He just gets targeted like crazy.
Hold on, we got one more
Just
person to help us.
consistent,
We got
man.
one more person to help us draft it, dog.
There you go.
Hey, yo, you see, we should have picked
Yeah,
Tua.
2 QBs. Yeah, go QB. We need a
That-
backup. You know what I'm
Say
saying?
pick 2.
No.
That jersey's killing
Say
me, bro.
pick 2.
On A chain.
Khalil Herbert, bro. What y'all doing?
Oh yeah, Khalil Herbert is a steal. Yeah. That's
Dude-
nice.
dude's
That's
a
nice.
stud.
That's nice.
And A chain. Double O.
I don't think H is gonna get no play.
MT Michael Thomas.
Flowers right there.
I'd
Like
go.
backup. Zay
We
Flowers.
still live.
Fuck it. Get
Odell?
Mac Jones number
I
1
draft
weapon, bro. Get
Ricky
Juju.
Williams.
Nah,
No,
that
hell
is.
no.
I believe in Juju this year.
I'd go
Fuck.
Brandon Cooks over Juju, man.
I actually got Juju on one of my teams, and I don't.
Is that
want it.
Odell Beckham right there? Fuck.
What
it.
about Zay Flowers?
That's why
Bro.
Zay Flowers.
Mike Thomas.
If it was Dynasty, I'd probably go Zay, but
Derek-
I'll go Mike Thomas.
Zay Flowers. That's
Yeah.
that's new Hollywood Brown right there, bro.
Yeah, but why are we back to drafting receivers again?
Guys, let's be Texans fans and draft.
We need either a running back or a tight end.
Yo, Chig. I
or
fuck with
two,
Chig.
or
Oh,
two.
Okonkwo? I love Okonkwo, bro.
Fuck it,
Go
bro.
get Chig.
Fuck it, bro. Let's go get Tua, bro.
No,
Get Tua, bro.
Nah, you going.
Damn it! Look at that, man. That's gonna
Team
be a
number 4
mistake.
is an op, bruh.
Team number 4 don't know ball.
What is this is a mock, right?
Yeah.
Oh damn! Would have been nice to follow this shit throughout the season.
We should have done this on a best ball. That would have been dope. And just let it ride out the whole year.
If we got some best ball people who want to get fuck with us on this type of shit,
Just
I
go
like
to flex,
this, bro.
Kai. Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
damn.
Elijah Moore.
OBJ still there?
I'm big on that.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like my big money league, I picked 5, and I'm pretty convinced after this one that I'm just gonna go wide receiver, and then
I just go
running back
Odell,
running back.
actually, low key.
Yeah, like I think Odell's a good value pick here.
over Elijah Moore. I think Elijah Moore's gonna do
Yeah.
good in Cleveland. I'm not gonna lie.
I do too, Kai. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
He's
lie. I
fast
feel like
as fuck, shifty.
Yeah.
As hell,
I look
too,
for him
man.
in my dynasty, and you know who fucking has him? JM fucking V, bro. Off
Yo,
of fucking free agency in like August.
bro, he snipes you a lot.
I ain't gonna lie, that boy.
Not in
Alan
August. Sorry,
Lazard.
like fucking April.
Alan Lazard.
Nah, I'm.
You know what I'm
Nah.
saying?
I'm not touching
Y'all-
anybody outside.
We
of
need
Yeah,
another
baby,
running back,
yeah.
bro.
We need to trade for Devontae Adams in this league.
We
Fuck
need
it.
another running
Take
back.
him. Take him. That's my guy. Fuck it.
Over Jake
Wilson?
McKinnon. That's another nice little PPR.
Yeah.
Nah,
If
I
we
like-
don't, actually,
like
nah.
Pacheco a
We're
lot,
getting Jonathan
Yeah,
Taylor.
I
You're
think
right,
Pacheco.
you're
I think Pacheco.
fucking
Pacheco gonna start the
love-
cutting this.
Pacheco as Royal
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah, every goddamn league.
That was the greatest, like random listening to ESPN Fantasy Focus, and they were like, "This kid Pacheco," and I was like, "Who the
Oh,
fuck are you
talking about
talking
Pacheco?
about?"
Bro,
Yeah.
I had him at every single league since like August. He
It
reminded
was
me
like
so
such a
much-
random.
It was like
ass-
a Kareem Hunt reincarnation for me. Like I just
We
knew it
got-
was gonna go out.
We have a grand total of 1 minute and 10 seconds to pick, and y'all talking about your actual fantasy league. What are we
Bro,
drafting?
take Bixby.
Let's-
I'm
can
not
take
even
some
gonna,
touchdown share.
I'm not even gonna cap after pick like
Go
after
get
pick
Tua.
8. If it's a mug, I'm
He
not
gone.
gonna-
He gone.
Mostert?
Yeah,
Fuck
Jared
that, bro.
McKinnon.
Just in case we don't get JJ.
Oh, you want to go? Got to have at least one Dolphin on the roster, I guess.
Of course.
Yo, y'all saw Jerry Judy like fucked up his hamstring. That boy can't stay healthy, dog.
This
It's
would be
done with
an
them Alabama
insane
boys,
roster.
bro.
All right, let's analyze these kickers now.
Nah.
Oh, first of all, everybody
was
clear out. This is an ISO. This is an ISO for Kachin Chisholm.
Bro, the Asian god himself, Young Wake. We don't even need any more conversation.
Oh, Dolphins defense?
Young Wake over the Saints? Nah.
I'm playing.
Smoking. Who
Bro,
drafts
you are crazy.
Who drafts kicker
Bro,
in
look at that.
No.
defenses?
Juan. We
Y'all
got
insane.
Noah, bro.
This is
We
what the
gotta take
standard
Dolphins,
PPR
dude.
league is, bro.
I don't do that shit. I don't draft a kicker. I don't pick a kicker or a defense. And let me tell you, if it's like week 1, 4 o'clock, and I've won, like I'm not picking up a defense, like or a kicker.
I'd be on
Like,
that shit too.
like I'm dead
I'm
ass.
like that
Like,
too.
I will not. I will stream that shit until I need it.
I'd be the same way.
Jason Sanders guard. This would be the funniest fucking team to
This would
follow.
be the worst fucking team.
Bro,
Dude,
you
you would
took
get
back-to-back
so-
receivers so quick.
But
This would be the team that I would
Dude.
want in like a league with all of you guys, so I could just like you guys would have to send me the house for Waddle.
this lineup, hold up. Let me stop.
Nah,
sharing
and
for a
one of
second
us
and I
would
can
too.
show
One of us
something
would.
really-
Oh, I know 100%.
Like,
That's a JMV play.
That was fun.
That was lit.
Let me.
I'm trying to do like during the season. I want us to do like each game predictions like before the game actually happens. So at the end of the year, we can see who the fuck actually knows ball.
That's,
know we
That's
did
when,
it.
that would be fire, bro.
I know we did
oh,
it
like
1 year
stat,
time.
like stat
We
predictions.
did,
Really,
yeah.
really
I
quick.
remember we did it. We just had to like turn in our picks, and me like probably never turn in our picks on time.
Like the
What a-
show was starting
what a
and we were literally
start.
starting in our picks.
Look at this. Look
Is
at
the
this.
grade? Did we get graded?
No, this is my draft. I sent this to Royal the other day.
Oh yeah.
Dobbins, JJ.
Yeah, I don't know who he's
JJ
in the
Cup.
league. I don't know who he's in a league with, bro.
Did you draft with people that like?
What the hell?
The
don't
first
watch
pick.
football?
Wait. well, let
How
me
did
show-
you get those 3 receivers?
Bro, I was like, who the hell is
Wait.
in this league?
Did
Jettas,
you see
wait.
You
Go
have
back.
Jettas?
Cup,
And fucking
Garrett Wilson,
Wilson.
and Keenan. God damn.
Oh, I'm not even
Bro,
looking at
Can I
Keenan.
go back to the? I'm gonna try to see and I'll show you guys off. But
Was Najee?
Yeah.
Was Najee a free agent?
Najee Harris is not good. Stop it.
I'm not saying he's good.
Stop
Whoa, I'm
Najee's
not saying
Wait,
ass,
whoa,
bro.
okay. We
Jalen
still
Warren
on,
is dying
we
to
still
take his job.
we still streaming right now, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens after streams.
So it's on the draft
we
results.
we're
All right, I'll
finna
show it
get,
after. I'll show it after.
take a screenshot of it and then we'll put it on Twitter. Just put it in the group chat and we'll post the screenshot of our final roster from our fantasy draft. So make sure y'all follow us on Basement Sports and on both Twitter and on TikTok. Make sure y'all follow everybody up here individually. Shout out to our sponsor, Simple
Don't
Health
follow me.
Advisors.
Don't follow me.
Yeah, don't follow one. He's just gonna piss you off just like me. But shout out to our sponsor, Simple Health Advisors. Insurance does not need to be complicated. Make sure you email our guy James Pugh or give him a call today. I actually had a very good conversation with him yesterday about what we're trying to bring to you guys next year. Letting you guys get more in depth with knowing the types of insurance that he gives out. He does life insurance, he does car insurance, he does health insurance. So if you're looking for any forms of insurance, make sure you hit up our guy James Pugh. Tell him that the basement sent you. Email him at jpugh@simplehealthadvisors.com or give him a call at 321-345-7738. Again, that number is 321-345-7738. So this was a pretty fun show. This was dope. We did something different doing a draft on here. We might start bringing some more of that type of shit. I want to kind of get into the fantasy a little bit more this season. And so we might try and figure out some ways to get that involved in the network. But thank you guys, as always, in the comments for joining the show, making it much more fun than it would have been without you. Thank you to my guys, 416J, Nando, Kachin Chisholm, and my boy Juan Cardona for pulling up with me on the scene. And we'll see y'all next time. Oh, wait, no, hold on.
I'm not a Glazer of nobody. Just before he plays the clip, I gotta be
First of all, you the one who said that. I didn't say nobody put
play
that.
the clip. Play the clip. I'm not a
Glazer.
Glazer. Play the video clip.
Glazer.
Did you just say play the video? I like that.
Nice.